ladies and gentlemen, how you doing? Freddy Jenkins here, and as you notice, I'm wearing glasses because that bomb blast did a number on me. I wasn't able to review a movie for a month because, damn. Anyway, today I've been thinking about doing a review of Leslie Nielsen's movies. Now, I have mentioned some before. Some were good, some were bad, and this is just an overlook about what kind of movies he did, what movies I thought were good, what movies I thought were bad, and so on and so forth. It's self-explanatory, and hopefully my damn glasses don't fall off. Oh my god, they're getting foggy now. Don't mind that, sorry folks. Anyway, I got some movies right here I thought were awesome. Okay, the first movie I'm going to review is SPYHARD. Not a big fan of this. I thought it wasn't as good as Naked Gun, and it just didn't have the same feel as Naked Gun. I didn't really care for the ending either. But Leslie Nielsen was good to see. Leslie Nielsen's always great to see, you know. It's just what kind of roles he was doing, right? And this one I really didn't care for. I thought it was kind of iffy and wasn't that great. Then the next one is Airplane. Not a big fan of this. I don't know why people like it. I thought it was overrated. It wasn't as funny as people made it out to be, and to me I thought it was just kind of a drag and wasn't that great of a film. And I just didn't really care for it. You could see most of the jokes coming a mile away, like the kid that was sick. You could see something was going to happen that was going to almost kill her, and I didn't care for this at all. I thought it was terrible, but Leslie Nielsen was the only highlight of the film, and he's really great in this movie otherwise, but the movie itself just sucks. Next one is Dracula Dead and Loving It. I think I talked about this, about the horror comedy films. This was one of my favorite horror comedies by Mel Brooks. I didn't care for Young Frankenstein that much. I thought it was terrible, and there wasn't too much funny scenes. There was like only one funny scene I remember, and that's when Peter Boyle gets his crotch burned by the blind guy. That was pretty funny, but other than that, that movie was terrible. I hated it. This, however, was really great, filled with cheesy comedy effects, and overall, I just really enjoyed it. But I don't know why people hate this movie so much. I found it funny. It's way better than Airplane. Airplane sucked. It was boring. It wasn't even funny. This, however, I found really funny. I didn't see most of the jokes coming a mile away as I did with Airplane, and I guess that's why it was funny to me. I wasn't expecting it. And then we'll go to the Naked Gun trilogy. Let me talk about the first one. The first one is really classic. I heard it was based off of a TV series of this. I haven't seen the series. I don't know if it's good or not. I didn't see it, but the first movie was really funny. I liked it. It needed a better atmosphere for the end, I thought. I didn't like the baseball park. I didn't really like that. It was alright otherwise, though. It was pretty funny. I liked it. I liked everything about it. Leslie Nielsen was great. Yeah, it was alright. I'll give him a rating afterwards. And then Leslie Nielsen was in Naked Gun 2.5. I know some people were like, what the hell's 2.5? And they didn't really get it, but I really liked this one. I thought it was better than Part 3, which I'm going to review in a sec, but not too much to say. Not as good as the original, but definitely better than the third one, I thought. Less sexual and more on comedy, physical comedy, I think. But yeah, it was alright. Better than the third one. And this is Naked Gun 33.5. It's not the 33rd movie, so don't even think it is. It's just a joke. It's playing with people, and the cover's pretty funny, but that's just, I don't know. The movie wasn't that great. It wasn't as funny as the first two were, and I didn't really care for it too much. Nothing really funny happens. I'm going to talk about, I don't have the movie, but Scary Movie 3, 4, and the superhero movie. Let's see. Scary Movie 3 I thought was pretty funny. Scary Movie 3 was pretty funny. I thought Leslie Nielsen was hilarious. He runs the aliens over and he just goes, let's not get the insurance involved. And he just throws the $20 bills on the alien's chest. It's hilarious. But then the Scary Movie 4 one wasn't as funny as the third one. It was terrible, I thought, the fourth one. But Leslie Nielsen was pretty great. He bends over, he shows his naked ass, supposedly. Just, ugh. It was pretty funny otherwise, though. Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of it. And then he was also in CREEPSHOW. He was a bad guy who kills his lover and her young lover, and he buries them up to the neck near the ocean, and then apparently they drown, their corpses come back and get him. And it's pretty hilarious, that segment of Creepshow. And superhero movie was alright, I guess. I mean, I thought he was gonna die because, you know, like Uncle Ben dies, but no, not in superhero movie, I guess not. Good thing, too. I like Leslie Nielsen's character in that movie. He was hilarious. Okay, let's go into the rating. Let's see. Sorry, the movie fell. Second. Let me get them all. Okay, so Naked Gun 33 and a third was not that great of a movie. Otherwise, I give it a 5 out of 10. It was alright otherwise, but it wasn't as good. Then there's Dracula Dead and Loving It. I love this film. I don't know if I rated it, but if I would, I'd give it about a 6 or a 7 out of 10. It's pretty great, I say. If you haven't seen it, check it out. Then there's Airplane. I was kind of disappointed with. I didn't really like it. I give it about a 3 or 4 out of 10. It wasn't anything special. It wasn't as funny as Naked Gun or any other ones Leslie Nielsen did, and I just didn't care for it. Then there's Spy Hard. From what I remember, it wasn't that great, but the opening I remember was pretty funny, and I give it about a 4 out of 10 too. It's not that funny. I don't remember it being funny, and I just didn't really care for it. And then there's Naked Gun, the first one. I give that a 7 out of 10 too, because it's pretty great. I mean, for being based on a TV series that they were doing with it. And then the last one, Naked Gun 2.5, I give that about maybe a 5 out of 10. It had some good jokes, but otherwise it was kind of missing some of the classic jokes from the original, and it just kind of lacked, really. And then I'm going to review Creepshow. I liked the segment. I didn't care for the rest of the movie. Leslie Nielsen was the only highlight of it, and I wasn't a big fan of Creepshow that much, but I give that about a 5 out of 10. It's definitely better than Airplane and Naked Gun 33. And then the superhero movie, I'm glad he doesn't die in it, like as Uncle Ben would have died. So I give that about a maybe 5, 6 out of 10. Yeah, and then Scary Movie 3, I have to give about a 6 out of 10. Way better than these other ones that I was mentioning. And then the last one, Scary Movie 4, terrible. For Leslie Nielsen's performance, I give it a 3 out of 10 because the movie was otherwise awful. Without Leslie Nielsen, it was awful. And then he was also in Stan Helsing, but that movie was also terrible. He played a transgendered waitress or something like that. It was a stupid movie, that movie. Don't watch it. Don't watch Stan Helsing. It's terrible. And I give that about maybe a 1 out of 10. That movie was the worst. The worst ever. It was terrible. Do not even watch it. There was another one I forgot to mention, Mr. Magoo. That one was pretty funny. Leslie Nielsen being himself just blind, and I have to say, I give that about a 6 out of 10. It was pretty good. and pretty funny, as usual, Leslie Nielsen is. And, I remember him doing a couple drama movies, which were, like, it's not what you'd expect from Leslie Nielsen, and he was also in Nuts. Can't remember the girl's name, but he was in the movie Nuts, and he was a psychopath or something. She shot him. Terrible movie. I didn't really care for it either. He was also in Prom Night. He was the principal. He had a good, maybe like 10-minute cameo, and he wasn't in it. He did alright in that movie, though. Prom Night was kind of bad, kind of good at the same time. I remember he also was in this Alien one. Aliens come down and take over the world or something. He's really young, and I can't remember the rest. I remember it being like a cheesy sci-fi film from the 50s, and it's corny as hell, but it's funny. And that's about it. That's all I've seen from Leslie Nielsen. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Look out, I might be doing another episode soon, because I didn't do one in September. That bomb blast really hit me, and it really hurt my eyes. But surprisingly, I didn't die. What a surprise, I didn't die. Whew, man. But I can't see too well either, and I'm gonna end this review now, and peace out. Where are you guys? Camera. Where is it? Ah!